Hey everybody, it's Aaronator here, and we have our 4th episode of our Vancouver Canucks GM mode commentary here on the PS4. And guys, in the last episode, we went and finished up the regular season. As you can see here, we are at the draft, so obviously we missed the playoffs. It wasn't unexpected, I think, for this team. I think a lot of people agree that we may have not been probably the most playoff-looking team. Our roster especially didn't have too many top-notch players in our upper lines. Like as our top, we don't have like a legitimate top 2 defensemen. Our first liners, the Sedins, are both they weren't quite good enough to hold their own against the other teams in the Pacific Division. Our goalies were solid, but again, with not much of a team in front of them, it was kind of hard to do that. But in the last episode, guys, an interesting thing occurred, and that was Henrik Steen retired. So we are going to have to go into the draft looking for a first-line center. That's the plan. So I will show you guys where we seem to be drafting. It seems to be around the number 10-11 spot, and the Canucks we'd like to move up. Can I please sort? Thank you. We'd like to, or at least I'd like to move up if it makes sense, like a team like Boston maybe. Even that maybe not. I mean, Florida, if a team wants to. And by the way, guys, I read your comments. I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying the longer videos. Also, some opinions on trading for the first overall pick. That's very unlikely I'm going to do that unless the team wants to trade the first overall pick and it actually makes sense for them to trade the first overall pick. And then I have to overpay like crazy. Even if, like, I have to make them say gift horse in the mouth or whatever. So yeah, that's probably not going to happen. I'd like to get to the top 5, top 6 players because, by the way, Olli Levy is one of those elite potential guys. So he is basically 4.5 yellow stars. He will be in the top 6. I've never seen one of those 6 guys go outside. It's always the elite potentials first. And so it'll be Matthews. It'll be the 5 elite guys: Tkachuk, Dubois, Puljujarvi, Lane, Juolevi. If Juolevi, Dubois, or well, maybe Tkachuk. I'm not quite sure about Tkachuk. If I have the chance to get either Dubois or Juolevi, I will move up and I will get them. Okay, so that's what I want to let you guys know. If we win the first overall pick, you know what? We lost Henrik Steen. We could use that. So we'll have to see where we end up. Will we move up anywhere into the top 3 spots, or will we stand pat at number 11? I think it is. Okay, 3. This is hype because it's the first draft, right? 2, 1. Boston, Philadelphia, Toronto. That really sucks because Philadelphia, I know, was just a bit ahead of us. Boston gets the first overall pick. That makes no sense. I've seen this so many times. Why? And they don't want to give it up. It makes sense they don't want to give it up. So let's try and take this one pick at a time. Obviously, okay, yeah, Austin Matthews, medium franchise. We figured that. Okay, Philadelphia, they don't want to give up their pick. I'm not going to trade for it. Second pick, Matthew Tkachuk. Okay, so that was probably the one guy that I don't know. I didn't really feel like getting Tkachuk. Toronto doesn't want to give up their pick, and I'm not surprised. Who are they going to take? Yes, they took Patrick Lane. Okay, I'm so glad that Patrick Lane didn't drop to like 5 or 6, and then you guys would have been so mad at me. I just didn't want to get one of the top 2, maybe 3 guys, just because it doesn't make sense. Carolina, do you want to trade your pick? No, you don't want to trade your pick. Of course you don't. Please stay Juolevi. He went to Carolina. I'm not surprised. I mean, Edmonton, I wouldn't have probably traded for their pick anyways, because we have to trade within the division. They don't want to give it up. Puljujarvi, Dubois. Puljujarvi is available at number 6, and guess what? They want to give it up. Oh my gosh. Jesse Pugliarvi. Okay, okay. I know a lot of you guys are probably. Oh, this is interesting. We have the number 10 pick. So first of all, let's go to scouted players. Let's see if it's worth it, and then we can see what we would have to give up. Like this can be a bit of a longer video, especially being the first draft. So, we gotta look here. So, Pugliarvi, Fabro, Brown, Logan Brown. That could be interesting. Center playmaker. I made him a playmaker because that's what he's been compared to. Jakob Chychrun, Michael McLeod, Clayton Keller. If I wanted to get anybody, it would be either one of these top defensemen, a center, or again for Pugliarvi. So the question is, do I want to get Pugliarvi? And I know what Pugliarvi is in this game. He's like an 81 overall kind of guy. I'm not too concerned about getting an NHL ready guy, but let's see. And I just saw Cronwell was traded to Tampa Bay. What the heck? Okay, what do they want? So far, they want literally nothing. Okay, if we're moving up, it would be this pick. I mean, we could keep it. We could try and make a maneuver to do that, but no, it doesn't make sense, I don't think. I mean, maybe, but I don't see it. Nick Schneider. They don't. What the heck? They don't even want anybody. So basically, they aren't willing to trade with us. A first and a second. I mean, a second round pick. Now I know you guys are probably saying do it, do it, do it. I would want to take on one of their contracts for it to make a bit more sense. I think that would be fair and that would make sense. I also don't know if I want to take on a contract, and I don't know if I want to have a second round, or if I want to lose a second round pick. Oh, we have to make the good Branson trade. I wonder how many of you guys were yelling at me for that. Benson. I mean, we could move down. I don't think that's benefit. No, I wouldn't. No, you know what? No, never mind. I'm not moving down. Keller. German sniper. Nathan. Oh, man. We don't need a sniper. We really don't. A playmaker is definitely something I'd consider. Right wing playmaker. Ooh. Okay, what are we missing out? If we trade, well, we have to give up our second. Shoot. But the Goodbranson trade. Now I don't even know because the McCann Goodbranson thing is like I don't know. We still are going to make that trade. You know what? Okay, let's go back there. Let's go back there for a second. I want to figure out what I want to do. I do like and I do want Pugliarvi, but the second round pick may not make sense because the Goodbranson trade, right? And so we have to figure out what about that. Logan Brown. I mean, I'm okay with getting one of these defensemen or centers. I mean, I'd love to get the chance to get Pugliarvi. I'm thinking about it, guys. Second round pick. We have to trade another second or something. You know what? I don't think it's worth it, guys. I definitely see the possibility of getting. I don't know. It's what would we have to give up though? Like a second for next year, and then what will we take out of this? Or I guess we wouldn't have a second round pick, so this doesn't even matter. What are we even messing up? So, okay, you know what? Let's. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at what we can work with. What can we work with? We are obviously gonna have to move up. There's no way we can just do that. The second round pick we can't trade. The third round pick we can trade. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Second round pick for next year. We wouldn't have a second for 2 years in a row. If you're getting they don't want it though. They don't want anything from us. They probably, let's see, who do they want to give up? Do they want to give up anybody? Do they want to, like, who cap wise is a problem for them? Like, does it make sense? Seth Jones got pretty good. Let's see the cap. David Clarkson. I wouldn't take on that. I would take on Tootin or Hartnell maybe. Bork, that's only 1 year. Bowl, I could do Bowl. I could take on Toot and make him a depth defenseman. So we could do that. So we're taking on that contract. And then could we give him Spiza? I don't think that'd be... I don't think... Oh, man. Second and a third. I mean, you're moving up 4 spots. And that's a pretty big difference from Puljujärvi to... You know what, guys? They don't want to do it. They didn't get Puljujärvi in real life, but you know what? They're probably going to get him here. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'm okay with that. Chychrun, I'm not going to move up. There's no point. We'll just keep in our spot. And Fabro. So Logan Brown is there. That's who Benning was interested in. I'm not sure if I want... Because he's going to be like 4 green stars. The question is, like, is he high elite? Is there a chance he could be a first liner? Like, I'm not sure. He's the best centerman available. Defenseman, Sergachev. Where are they? Bean's there. And where's Sergachev? What the heck? Sergachev. Do we want a defenseman? We missed out on Ulevy. We could get Sergachev, who is definitely something to think about. You know what, guys? We lost Henrik Sedin, and I really do think that it makes more sense for us to go for Logan Brown. So I'm going to take Logan Brown. And high top 6. That's okay. I do think there's a really good chance he could become a top-notch player, and this could make sense. I think this makes the most sense for us. Defenseman, you have Triamkin, who's 4 green stars, right? You have Hutton. And Sergachev isn't elite. He's just 4 green stars again. So really, I would rather even chance ourselves getting Liljegren in the next draft. So that could be interesting. I know you guys want me to make the Goodbranson trade, and that's why I shouldn't be trading this pick, because we are going to make the Goodbranson trade. There you go. Okay. Cool. Florida. Let's see. I wonder if they actually even want McCann. Defenseman Goodbranson. Low elite. So he's still low elite. That's nice. There's that chance. I have seen him get actually really good after year 1. So occasionally 88 overall. So that could be nice. But yeah. So Jared McCann. They want Horvat. Jared, that doesn't make any sense that they want Horvat but not McCann, unless they just want a second/third liner. The skaters matching the block. I mean, if I was actually doing this trade, whatever. Never mind. A second and a fourth. I might have to double check that. I think it was a second and a fourth, and then a fifth. I think it was the 5th. So you don't want, guys, just to double check. It won't be that long. Trade tracker. I'm gonna make sure that's what it was. I just want to double check. Going on the trade tracker right now. Now it's buffering or something. Okay. And McCann, 2nd round pick, 2016 4th round pick, and then a 2016 5th round pick, and Goodbranson. So I think that's it. Do we have another 4th? We don't have another 4th. Okay, I think that's it. So, again, is this a good trade? If Goodbranson moves up to 88 overall, it's completely worth it. So, I mean, this happened in real life. We're going to do it here. There you go. Cheering in the streets. Yeah, if he turns out to be a beast, yeah. McCann or Goodbranson would be good. Horvat, I'm so sorry. Markstrom, I'm so sorry. Please still get to 90 overall, each of you. Trading for a quality player. See, I think that's what Vancouver is trying to do in real life. Let's see who they draft. Lucas Johansson. Brother of Ryan Johansson. Interesting. Okay, there you go. Guys, we've drafted Logan Brown. We have traded for Goodbranson. And, I mean, if you look at this, there's quite a few 4 yellow stars, guys. The goalies, Gustafsson and Hart, 3.5 yellow right there, but some more 4 yellows. So, maybe either Cliff Poo, if he's available. I don't know if he is. And or maybe we could get another player that's 4 yellow, hopefully. Let's see. So there's a goalie, Parsons. Peters, he is a power forward, 18 years old, not really big. Deneen, I recognize a lot of these names. I mean, I've gone through GM mode quite a bit. A top six defenseman. I have seen like occasionally it'll be top four. I don't think this, if he is top six by the start of the season, because I know he'll be like in the yellow potential. I find a lot of the yellow potentials drop. He may be that, and I don't really want to take a chance on that. So I'd rather get a green star guy. Middleton, Pooh is down here. Now I know what Pooh can be and all that, so you know what? A third, fourth rounder. Does it make sense for us to trade? I wonder. Trade down. Does one team have like multiple third round picks? Did I see Buffalo twice? Yeah, I saw Buffalo twice. Okay, so let's see if we can maybe work something with Buffalo here. We don't have much time. I'm trying to watch that clock and make sure we don't mess up. Do they want Spiza? I'm not even sure. No, get over here. Third round pick. Do they actually even want Spiza? I'm wondering about that. Ooh, they have two third round picks. Do they have a cap guy that we can take on for them? Gianta, 2 years at 4.25. I could take that, and then this makes more sense. I think it makes more sense that way. Potential. Who do we got? Neil. Got some seventh guys. Spiza. They want Spiza. 3.6. I think that's a good trade. Spiza a third. They don't want the third. They want to give up thirds, but they're getting Spiza. They're getting less thirds. I think we have to give up another pick. I mean, not actually. I think this would go through, but I think it makes... I don't know. That's interesting. Labate or something. We can give him like another depth guy. Yeah, 2 years left. More than 50 players, never mind. Goalies matching the block. Miller and Markstrom, no way. A seventh, Carolina seventh. I think that makes sense. I think that's fair. I hope you guys agree with this. A third, Spiza, and a seventh for 2/3. So we get 2/3 here. And then Gianta, we take on his contract for 2 years. Spiza could still get better for them, be a depth guy. Does it make sense for them to take on a defenseman? We have 30 seconds left. Quick. Quick. I might have to call timeout. 30 seconds on the clock. Jake McCabe. They could use a depth guy. 1 year left. They have guys that are with 1 year left. Ristolainen, Donovan. Yeah, they could. As a seventh guy, I could see that. I think this makes sense, guys, so I'm going to take it. And not too much to deliberate on that deal. There you go. So Gianta gives us some depth scoring, or an AHL player in that case. So I think it works out for them. They got another defense. They drafted another defenseman, Parsons. Yeah, see, Deneen was 4 yellow, but I'm not sure if he would actually stay at that by the next season. Buffalo, they had another second or third. Did they have 4 third-round picks? No, because we traded our third-round pick. Okay, I was just like, what the stinking heck? Jarrett, Gettinger, 4 yellow. Askew, 3.5 green, and 3 green. So I like to get Cliff Pooh with our other third-round pick. I'm pretty sure it's only a couple afterwards. And I think we will be able to, because he was supposed to be a bit later on. And, yeah, we're at 18 minutes, 20 minutes. We're going to do re-signs in this as well. Oh my gosh, I just pressed it. Oh, let's go. Come on, this is really annoying right now. Okay. Ang, Peters, lovely. Two-way defender. We could use a defender. Right-handed. Kate Breton. Dylan Dube. Another center. I don't think so. Offensive defenseman. Victor Meade. A bit undersized, but I think he's okay. Keaton Middleton. Cliff Pooh. Actually, Cliff Pooh is a bit higher than usual. You know what? Well, I'm actually kind of interested in Meat, because I know I made him like 3 green stars. That could move up to 3.5 green stars at high top 6. And I do think we need an offensive defenseman, but you know what? I'm going to skip on that. Maybe Middleton or someone. But you know what? I'm just going to get Pooh while I have the chance now. So let's see. Cliff Pooh, high bottom 6. That's all good. Dylan Dube was also high bottom 6. Calgary, Ang, high top 9. high 70 for Leville. Low top 6 for Peters. I'm glad I didn't go on him because I don't like low potential. Even if it's low top 6 at this point, that's not a good place to, because it will easily drop down in potential by the start of the next season, right? So, and then you're just like, oh, that's not much of a steal anyways. Only if it's low elite and he's close to NHL, then maybe. Like Tyler Little was in our last GM mode. Keaton Middleton, left-handed defensive defenseman. How about, where is Abels? 4th round pick. We don't have a 4th round pick. You know what? Let's take a chance on Abels. I'm okay with that. Medium bottom 6, that's all good. Well, I mean, it's not great, but I'd like to draft him, and I think the trade that we made was, I'm not sure. I mean, I think it makes sense for Buffalo. They take on a bit less cap. Spiza could still be decent, and I mean, they wanted to give up 3rds, right? So, and they move up. So, Puis Suter, I believe his name is. Yes, 20 years old. Sortois, Salatorio. I'm trying to recognize any of these names. Suter is a bit familiar, but I'm trying to see, is there anybody else? Dean Owen, nothing about him. Kavanagh, Ivan Kavanagh, 20 years old, pretty big. Langenbrunner, I know, we had a bit scouted on this guy, but no, not very good potential. Anything? I don't see anything or anybody. How about these guys from Russia? Malkin and Chubisov. Actually, Chase Campbell. I believe that's it. 17 years old. A right winger. I think we could use a right winger. You know what? I'm going to take Chase Campbell. And medium top 9. So I think it could drop, unfortunately. So it was better than Suter. That's good. He's 17 years old, so he does have some more time. That's okay. I don't see anybody else that much. I know Falkowski's like 6'7". So who else did the Canucks draft? They drafted Candela and stuff, but they don't have good potential. Candela and McKenzie. I should have given them better potential. And Stukel. Regan, 6'4", defensive defenseman, right-handed, 6'3". Sustel. Daniel Muzito Bagenda. Oh my gosh. I might have to draft him. Turkov, Barter, Bjorn, Gutier, Makovlich, Petrus Palmu, Maher Uchek. I don't see much. You know what? The Canucks are all for their super Swedes. I know we don't know much about him, but we're gonna draft Daniel Muzito Bagenda, 20 years old from Mississauga. Okay, yeah. I didn't recognize him. I had a feeling he wouldn't be that great, especially because he was from the juniors. I thought he was from the SHL, but you know what? Whatever. If his potential grows, then that could be pretty cool guy to have on like the 3rd or 4th line. Okay, so 7th round pick. Let's see if we can find a steal. Any names that I recognize, I'm gonna jump on. Hauk. I know he played for the Giants at some point. Highmore. That sounds familiar. 20 years old, St. John's Sea Dogs. I feel like he might get green star potential. Anyone with green star potential at this point in the draft is actually pretty good, probably. Let's check and see what we have scouted. Watters, 18 years old. Jack Gordson, Sandy Winquist, Harry Corey. I wonder if I had anybody else put on there. Fringe starter, Pete Kunitz, 20 years old. I don't think so. Dave Pete, Jake Guerrio, bottom 6. That's not bad. Playmaker, but you know what? Let's do that. 19 years old, Jared Guerrio. Oh, that was nothing. Okay, well, that's okay. So no steals. That's a bit unfortunate, but you know what? That's okay. I definitely like Logan Brown as a pick. I think maybe you guys were telling me to get a defenseman, but I think for what we need for our future, Logan Brown makes more sense. I mean, Jim Benning liked him, right? So, and I know you guys don't like Jim Benning for his trades a lot, probably. I mean, some of his trades are pretty good, but I mean, maybe we are giving up a bit too much. Canada, we can let go of. I might leave some of the major signings for a bit after. Hamhuis, that's interesting. Hamhuis, Goodbranson, Bartkowski. I'm gonna leave Bartkowski. We don't need him. Fedon, Biega. We have Biega. For depth, we have. How many defensemen is that? That's 6, 7. So Hamhuis would be like the 7th defenseman, or Triamkin would be. So how much does he want? 3 years at 3. You know, that's actually pretty good. 2 years. We could go 2 years and 3.5. You know what? I'll do more of the depth signings. I think you guys have a general insight of who is left in free agency. I'm gonna let go of Yannick Weber. Any of the guys that I really want to sign, I really don't think are necessary for our team, I'll leave. But any of the other guys, like Verbata, no, we don't need a third line guy like that. And I mean, Giunta is okay. Grenier, 2 years, 8.5, that's good. Jacek, we don't need you. Campbell, 56 overall, not gonna be there in the NHL for a while. Kennens, I want to know what you guys think about Kennens. I honestly don't think we need him. He could become better, obviously. And I mean, but we have a lot of roster spots that we need to keep or get rid of. Brandon Prust, we can let go of him. Sweat, we can let go of him. Blomstrand, let go of him. Daniel Muzito Bagenda, that's a great name. Lyndon Vey, Zale Whiskey. I don't like Zale Whiskey for his face-offs. Well, actually, it's 70. Yeah, I'll leave him. Logan Brown, 69 overall. I mean, he's a good. I think this guy, guys, this is a good pick for us. 6'6", 217 pounds. I think he'll be a nice pickup. We can sign him to an entry level deal. Yeah, sure. Usually they get maxed out paid. 20 years old, Abels. You know, Abels could probably play in the 75 for faceoff. See, he's not that bad. I like his durability. I think, you know, he definitely didn't need, he could have been drafted in the 4th round, but you know what, we can probably play him in the AHL next year. You know what, I'll sign him. I'm gonna sign him. I think that's a good pick. Pooh, we don't need to sign him right now. Zuknov, Petite, we can release you, and there's not too many other things we need to go through. So I think we can end that off there. You guys know a lot more of the free agents that are going to be available. I mean, basically off of this year, so you guys can let me know who you think we should sign. I was going to think of like a guy like Eric Stahl or Franz Nielsen. Welcome aboard, man. I think it'd be good if we got a guy to fill in as the first line center instead of pressuring Sutter or Horvat into the first line. Well, I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think about that. Goodbranson, you won't get trading for me. I'll prove you made the right call. 3 or 4. I know one of them's either negative, one of them's positive. Don't let me down. Bring a lot to the table. Go prove it. I see why this is a bad one, but again, we know you can bring a lot to the table, which is why we traded for you. So if this is negative, then go prove it. Don't let me down. Welcome aboard. I want him to be positive. Don't let me down. Ah, of course. So it was the other one. Okay, whatever. If he doesn't get to 88 overall because of that, I'm going to be so mad. He drops down to like 79 overall. Well, thanks a lot, Jared McCann. So I think that should be it. Let me know what you guys thought of the trades we made. Let me know what you thought of signing Logan Brown. What we should do with Hamhuis, Kennens, all those other guys. And what you think just about the moves in general, and what we should look to possibly get in a trade later on if we need to make a trade, or what we should, or who we should sign. So let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bring the beat back.